So, my name is Joel Veldkamp with Christian Solidarity International, and I'm here today with Mr. Luka Binniyat, who's one of the real heroes of the crisis in Nigeria. He is the spokesperson for the Southern Kaduna People's Union.
That's right.
And a journalist of many, many years.
That's right.
And he was recently imprisoned for 3 months by the Kaduna state government for his reporting on atrocities committed against Christians in this area.
That's right.
So, Mr. Binniyat,
That's right.
why were you imprisoned? How would you explain what happened?
Well, I was in prison because of a news report that I did on a mass killing in a village called Madamai, not too far from here, some 20 kilometers from here. That was the crux of my problem. The commissioner of Kaduna State Commissioner of Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruan, said that the report endangered his life and that of my family. But it was just a subterfuge for some of the many reportage I have done on what we have come to term as genocide against Christians in southern Kaduna and in the Middle Belt, which has taken a turn for the worst under the government of Governor Nasir Ahmad Elrufai of Kaduna State. That's the major reason why they are persecuting me.
Okay.
Yes.
And while you were in prison, the situation actually got worse. I understand that your own home village was attacked twice while you were in prison?
While I was in prison, my home village was attacked the first time. We lost 11 people, among them a cousin of mine who was very dear to me. He was one of the people that was taking care of my father, who turned 100 years this year.
Wow.
It devastated them a lot. It was attacked again on the 1st of February. Many parts of the village burnt down. So, but it's just one of the other several villages that have come under ferocious attack by Fulani herdsmen, who of course are Muslims. And we believe that the government is soft on them, if not complicit. Yes.
You told us earlier that now 145 communities in southern Kaduna, where the population is mostly Christian, mostly indigenous, have been ceded to the Fulani Islamist forces.
Yes, that's right.
And about 10% of the state.
About 10% of southern Kaduna is taken over by these Fulanis. 145 communities covering large swaths of pristine land, served with perennial streams, luxuriant grass all over the year, mostly Christian, in fact 99% Christian communities. They've been sacked and they are expanding. They sack these people, they sack our people, and they occupy the land. And government know where they are, but nobody has gone after them. Nobody has gone after them. So we are faced with a war of conquest and occupation. Yes.
And the final goal of this war, you would say?
Well, we believe that it is expansion of Islam by force. It is furtherance of the interest of Islam. They are changing the demography. We are approaching an election year, and then a lot of our people cannot vote. The Muslims militants have replaced these communities. They are probably going to vote in an area that will serve their own interests. So this is jihad that is going on. My dad, who is 100 years old, will tell you that even his ancestors never saw this kind of devastation that we are having. Our own ancestors fought off the jihadists, the Osman Danfodio jihad of the late 19th century. They never conquered us. They never took 1 inch of our land. But in this modern time, they have conquered us, conquered most of our land, and they are expanding. So it's quite an irony that under a civilized time like this, we are being conquered.
And if you wanted to tell a message to the world, a message to the US government, the UK government, to Christians in these countries, what would you say to them?
I would like the US government, the UK government, and indeed Western government and our Christian brothers in the West to really take our plight very serious. We have every evidence to show that there is a war of genocide being waged against us. Today, most communities in these areas that have been attacked cannot go back home. I'm sure you have visited some of the refugees camps. If you hear the horror that people are going through, you will not believe that it is possible in modern times. The United States government, the British government should take this very serious. They have all the facilities, all the powers, all the means to investigate this to the letter. They should not listen to what government is saying. Let them deploy their intelligence and come over here. What is happening here is not a clash between herdsmen and Christian farmers. No, it's far, far away from the truth. The truth is that Christian communities are waylaid at night, people hacked to death, young women, pregnant women, children killed, their homes burned. In their own homes. It's not a clash. When you say a clash, it means two communities come together and then have violent disagreement. No, this is okay. Why will you kill a pregnant woman? What kind of clash will a pregnant woman have with an armed man with guns? To the extent that she will be shot, a boy of 4 years will be slaughtered like a ram. What kind of clash is that? If it's a clash, let us see the casualty on the other side. If you go to southern Kaduna today, you see communities dotted with mass graves. Let the Fulani show us their own mass graves if it is a clash. So the Western countries, especially Britain and UK, should know that what we are going through is a genocide. It's not a clash at all. This is mass killing of Christians in their communities. So they should take this as a very, very serious allegation, which they should come and investigate and take a strong position on it and help us. We are also part of humanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I should mention we're here today at the headquarters of the Zankawa Diocese.
Okay.
And we spoke to Bishop Jacob earlier, who told us that it's been about 3 weeks since the last attack. And he thinks that's unusual. Yes. It's been so long without an attack in this small area.
Yes.
Just a single local government area of southern Kaduna.
Yes.
So it's really shocking, the intensity and the frequency.
It is unusual because what they do is that they deploy their forces to a different area. They have left Zangon Kata, but they are in other part of southern Kaduna now called Chukun.
Okay.
Yesterday I visited some of the IDPs there, where they killed some Bagi people, and then they chased away 12 communities yesterday. Yesterday. So they have left Zango Katap. Maybe too much attention is being focused here now, and they've gone to these communities down there. So they never rest. They just change direction.
Do you know how many people were killed yesterday? About how many people in Chikun?
In Chikun, the main village I was attacked is called Kasaya. I was told 4 people were killed, but the villagers tried to stave them up, but they couldn't. So in the end, they had to evacuate everybody with the children. So the herdsmen have taken over these villages now. 4 people were killed yesterday. That was the day before yesterday night. It was yesterday that they were able to evacuate their families, and they are now IDPs in Kaduna. So the attack, there is no single day that a community is not attacked or people are not kidnapped en masse. And the bizarre nature of this violence is that they kidnap Christians, they force them to pay ransom, which we estimate as Southern Kaduna People's Union with the Christian Association of Nigeria, we're able to estimate that in a single year, these herdsmen take at least 3 billion naira from our poor communities. It is this 3 billion that they also use to buy arms and recruit more of their own people and come to carry on more attacks. So we are actually funding the violence against us involuntarily. That is the sad part of it.
There's an organized jihad against your people. The state government is not interested. The national government is not interested in providing any kind of security. Maybe even they're happy to see your people displaced for political reasons.
That's right. In Kaduna State, we have a governor who confessed that he was able to trace this Fulani herdsmen to some countries in West Africa, and that he paid them money and told them not to come back. That was in 2016. As soon as he made that claim, which was true, the killings became worse. So we believe that they used that money to purchase more arms and come back for us. The state governor has never visited one displaced community. It is the pressure put by Sokapo, which I'm the spokesman, that has forced them now to acknowledge that there are daily killings. Before now, the governor will tell you that no such thing was going on. Before now, the governor will tell you that no community, in fact, at a time he even challenged any district head to come out and show that his community was taken over. But they know the repercussion. They couldn't do that. So we in Sokapo, me being the spokesman, we visited a lot of these communities and we were able to gazette as at yesterday, 145 communities have been taken over by these herdsmen, and they are living there with their cattle, and they have started bringing their families to stay there now. So the government is aware of this. The government is complicit in action and without its own action. And the governor sometimes said something very shocking. He said that it is the Christian elites that are organizing this horror. Yes, he said it. I will show you the link where he said it on video. He said it is Christian. He came on national TV to say that it is the Christian community elite of southern Kaduna that are organizing these killings so that we will get funding from abroad. What an insult. He said it. And he said it straight-faced. So he had a way of insulting our own people. And then, again, when these things happen, it is our own chiefs, our own local leaders that will be arrested.
Or people like
our
you.
own people, like, yes. I look at my own more as a journalist, so these are some of the hazards of the job. If you arrest me because of my job, I'll say, well, fine. All over the world, we suffer like this. But I know that I'm also targeted because I'm a Christian and because I've been very relentless in going to extra mile to reveal some of the wickedness and some of the atrocity against Christians. Because we Christians are also part of humanity. And come to think of it, my community is also affected. So I also use my own privileged position as a Christian and as a journalist to, get more insight into the violence than other people who are not from this community. So my own exposure of the crime is more detailed, and so it hurts the image of the government a lot, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
So it is true that government is very, very complicit in it. Governor Nasir Elrufai has arrested, detained, and jailed Christian leaders so many times that we have lost count. But among the people that are carrying out this attack, he has never even called one Fulani elder, not even for questioning. It's not on record. Not one Muslim herdsman or imam has been called for questioning. We challenge the governor to show us where a Fulani leader was called at the police station to answer certain charges. We have no record of that. But all the times it is Christian community leaders, Reverend clergy, Christian clergy, and people like us, journalists, that are always locked up, not the Muslim side. So as far as the Fulani Muslim herdsmen are concerned, they can carry out any kind of crime against our people and there will be no consequence.
And you were released on bail on February 3rd.
Yes.
And we understand that your next court hearing is March 16th.
Yes, that's right.
So we will be joining together in prayer for your vindication.
Yes, I will need it.
And for you to continue in your brave work.
Thank you
it's
very
so
much.
essential for the people of this state.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
We thank you for everything you're doing, Mr. Binniyat.
My pleasure. Thank you
so
very
much.
much. Thank you very
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you.